Hello and welcome to another Enzo Gaming video. Today we're going to be taking down the new Colosseum Opera that just hit global today. He's a pretty decent unit. His captain ability boosts the attack of fires by 2.5 times as well as boosting their HP by 1.25 times. That's not terrible, really. You're never going to use him as a captain, especially because fighters aren't great right now. But his special is pretty good. It cuts the HP of one enemy or all enemies by 20%. And if you have 5 or more fighter characters on your team, reduces damage taken, blindness and despair by 7 turns and delays all enemies by 1 turn. So you do have to use a full fighter team to use him, but if you are, he has a lot of utility which can be very useful. Overall, not really worth farming if you don't have a good fighter team like a Gear 4 team, and even if you do, he's not like the must-have unit, so if you want to, you can just farm him, like beat him once and get the gem and then just move on with your life. Or if you do really need to max him, you can just do the underground version, because he is quite hard. He does have 10 million HP, but overall he's probably not worth the farming if you don't really need him at the moment. So before we take him down, let's take a look at the first 2 stages before him. So the first round's pretty easy. You first face off against Chopper, who has about 2 million HP. He binds all Psy units, so just don't bring any Psy units, as well as rewinding your specials for 2 turns, which is obviously the most annoying thing. You can of course bring a special like fast forwarder or just wait 2 turns. He does half the damage he takes on turn 2, so that might be a bit annoying for you. You can also of course bring Rainbow Shield Reducer, or just do the 4 million damage, which isn't that much really in this new meta. Yeah, I'm going to take a lot of damage, but that's fine considering I want Croc to be on low HP anyway, just to give a bigger attack boost. You can pretty much use anything really, like this first stage has got nothing like scary on it, just don't bring any Psy units and you should be fine. And then bring obviously your regular orb boosters and attack boosters and stuff like that. I'm using Doflamingo just to be extra. Like there's no reason, they don't like limit your specials or anything on the next stage. I'm just doing this for fun. So yeah, Chopper's pretty easy, and I think Carrot's even easier. She has like less HP, and only thing she does is she changes herself to Psy, which means you bring int units anyway, but she does paralyze your crew for 5 turns, which is the only thing she does, so just bring a paralysis reducer and you should be fine. Yeah, like all my attack and all boosters to up. I didn't even use Sabo because there's no reason to, since she has a default protector, and she's dead. Like 2 million HP is nothing in this game now, so she should be fine. On to the next stage, which is going to be Bruel on stage 4. She puts up a perfect barrier for 4 turns, or 3 turns, and 4 hits are perfect. So if you just use either Blackbeard yourself or a friend Blackbeard friend captain, you should be fine. She only has 206,000 HP. So that's literally no HP at all. With the Lucy friend, this is obviously even easier. On stage 5 it will be Bobbin, who has 2 million HP. He will silence your characters for 3 turns, which is why I use Rayleigh here, just to remove it instantly. And then obviously that 20 hit barrier would be annoying, but frankly Blackbeard once again just ignores it completely, so you should be completely fine. Like all the subs I'm using here are free to play, so you should have no trouble at all against Bobbin. No revives or anything, nice and simple. Okay, so before we take down what's his name, Opera himself, let's look at the team I'm going to be using. It's going to be a Neko team. As you can see here, my Neko is nice and rainbowed, purely from getting the tablets from doing treasure map mode. This team's a bit weird. You can there's a lot of free-to-play replacements. You can replace Squald with the Colosseum Olympus, the guy who boosts orbs by 1.5 times. Obviously that's not a lot, but it's enough to actually do enough damage with this team. Macvice is kind of important, but you can replace him with Rare Recruit Kina if you have him, because you can't really, it's hard to do a lot of damage. You need to do 10 million damage on the final stage, so you can use all the damage you get, and he's a 1.75 times affinity booster, but Hina obviously is better since she does do it by ×2. Sandersonia is the attack booster, but it was also very important because you need 2 Dex Orbs on the final stage, so she not only boosts your attack, but she also gives you the 2 Dex Orbs. But you can also replace her, but then you have to like farm Dex Orbs on the 4th stage. Shirahoshi is there because she is Psy obviously, and she heals you a lot. So you can replace her with another healer like Raid Barto or Rare Recruit Mancheri if you have him. Neko, you can replace him with a different striker captain if you have Fukaboshi, since he will be Psy. But it cuts it a lot closer. Then you can use a TM Croc for the ×4 attack boost for your captain. Also don't bring any quick units because they will be silenced for 50 turns on stage 3. So with all that said, let's get started. So Amand will be the 3rd stage of the 3rd round, she will silence your quick units for 50 turns as I said, and lock your orbs for 3 turns, which is fine. I'm just gonna one-shot her so you don't have to really worry about any of her, like, what she does on the next couple stages. Just use Neko and send a Sonya. Here I should have just waited for Mac Vice's special to come up instead of using Squad, because I do lose a lot of HP, which makes it a lot closer on the next stage, but I still clear it pretty easily. So yeah, just use Mac Vice instead of Squad so you don't lose so much HP like me. Here against Cracker, he has 5 million HP, and he puts up a 10-turn defense buff that is 500,000. And since he has a debuff protector, you can't actually freaking like reduce it, so there's not a lot of choice other than just weighing out the 10 turns, which is why Shirahoshi is really nice. As you can see here, he does actually halve your HP on turn 3, which is why Squad was really annoying that you already cut it already. But even so, I still had plenty of HP. Yeah, you're just gonna weigh out the freaking so many turns, and yeah, you don't do any damage since he has such high defense, and you can't really waste any specials to deal damage, so yeah, just wait out. Luckily he only attacks every 2 turns. It is for 8,000 damage, but with the auto heal socket as well as some defense reduction, it should be fine. So yeah, just weighing out still, and now you just gotta slowly beat him down since you can't use any specials. You need all of them to do the 10 million damage against Opera. So this stage is gonna take a while. My days. Alright, nearly there I think. It's like 2 more turns. Luckily I got a decent amount of orbs. You obviously can use 1 Neko here, but you can't use both. You need the 2nd Neko on the next stage. And obviously Shirahoshi is nice because like her special does come up a 2nd time if you somehow need another heal. You do need to have at least 26,000 HP for the next stage, to make sure you have that, as you have to tank 2 hits from Opera. Here he has 10 million HP, as I keep saying. He lowers your chain for 2 turns, and it puts up a debuff protector. You can't even use like a conditional attack booster, which is insane. So here, just tank the first 2 hits since you can't do enough damage if the chain lowering is on. And then on the 3rd turn, he will randomly change his typing, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to take advantage of the interrupt, where if you use an orb boost or a HP cut, he will fully heal and then change his typing to int, as well as putting up a 2-hit dex barrier, which is what we're going to do here. I think he just changes back to his strength, which is really weird. Oh, he changed the quickness. No, well, doesn't matter. Also cuts your HP by 30%, but since we're one-shotting him, it doesn't really matter. There we go, just take the HP cut. You use Squad here, and since it's an orb boost, he will change to int eventually, as well as fully healing. It's that nice dex barrier. And you send Sonya, gives you 4 dex orbs. You use Neko to make them all matching, and of course you use Mac Vice to give you the color affinity bonus. And then of course hit with your 2 dex units, which actually kind of makes it perfect since they won't do much damage anyway. Then of course last hit with your Nekos, and blam, I think it's 12 million damage even with the barrier on, which is pretty nice. So this team is more than enough, 2 million extra. Well, that's it for this video. Post any teams you have in the comments down below. If you're feeling generous, you can donate to the PayPal, join the Discord if you like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, my nakama.